Hi there, you're with English Coach, and today we're talking about facing your scariest situations. In other words, slaying your dragon. The first thing that I'd like to share with you today, or talk to you about today, is what does the dragon represent and what does the treasure represent? Well, basically, the dragon represents the fear or the complacency or the resignation that's stopping you from dealing with the problem. What does the treasure represent? The treasure represents your ability to get something for yourself and actually tangibly have that, whether it be fantastic relationships, great health, or financial abundance because you've learned how to save and you've taken on that process of giving yourself a better life. Okay, these are just three areas. We can have other areas. Basically, I want to explain that first. So, a common dragon could be, for example, a relationship. When a relationship is not going so well and the communication is bad and the relationship should last a lifetime, but it looks like it's not even going to last another year. So, in this case, what is the solution? Well, when we, without any instruction, are told to deal with this problem, usually we get into some kind of fight about many different things because we have a false idea in our minds of who the person is. We have a false idea in our minds, and I'm talking about everyone. People who are interested in admitting the problem, which is basically the first way to kill your dragon, is by admitting that there is a problem. Then the second stage is much easier, which is studying the problem. Now, when I say studying the problem and we're talking about relationships, I mean studying the person as if they were not your wife, or as if they were not your girlfriend or your husband or your boyfriend in this case, but from a perspective that you're studying this person to find out just general facts about the person. And trust me, if you're having a bad relationship and you start looking at this person from not this perspective of, oh, we're fighting, this person is causing me hurt, pain, guilt, anger, frustration, and just looking at the person and judging them by exactly who and what they are without going into those things, you see that a lot of the things you believe about this person are wrong and were constructed through a false image. How do we conquer the false image? How do we deal with this? We deal with this by studying the person. By studying the person as if a scientist is studying an experiment. Okay? This is how we deal with it, and there are great results for this. Let me just say, the same thing goes for money. When you have a problem with money, it's because you have an idea or a belief up here, which is not quite right, and you need to find out for yourself in real life what is going on. So admitting you're having a problem, studying the problem before you act. Acting is the last part, and you cannot act until you have studied the problem. For your health, it's the same thing. Notice how, after 30 years old, most of us get fat and we don't know how to lose that weight. And the question that a lot of people are asking is, should we lose the weight? Well, it depends on how healthy you want to feel. If you like feeling lethargic, you should stay fat. But if you want to feel fit, and if you want to feel healthy, then maybe you want to lose some of that weight. And then that means admitting you have a problem, and then the second step, studying for yourself. What is the reality of this? What is the reality? So, a lot of things generally stop us from getting to step 1 or step 2 or even step 3. And those things are the complacency, the resignation, and above all, the fear of having to deal with that problem and maybe having the same results as the past or reacting the same way as you did in the past. to have those same results and that same fear and that same disappointment that you hated so much happen again. Thing is, when you're capable of stopping and admitting and then doing some rational studying of the problem, you're usually a lot more effective at killing the dragon when it comes to acting. Notice I'm saying act, not react. Admit, study, act. Okay? This is my little recipe for slaying those dragons, those things in your life that have become big mental and imaginary problems, right? That are actually in reality a lot smaller, but over the years have become big, scary problems to deal with. I hope you found this video very informative and useful. Please subscribe, please leave a comment, okay? And I'll see you for a next episode on English Coach. Thanks a lot.